I think I can do Rean's out for another solid hour. 317 Heimdall Central Station. We finally arrived. Oh, whoa, it's already 10. Yeah, it really does take a while to get here from Ymir. The next targets will be the sludge that infests the Vermilion City. You should prepare yourselves. The Vermilion City has to refer to the capital of Heimdall, no doubt about it. Even still, the capital is too large. We'll have to figure out a way to search it efficiently. You know, I'm getting this suspicious feeling from the Garnier district in the race force. Yeah, I know. I won't go hang out until we've taken care of all this annoying crap. Once the case is totally solved, I don't mind if you go to your favorite places, but... even then, it goes without saying that those shady stores are out of the question. Well, there's no way I'd go in there in my school uniform anyway. It really isn't a matter of what you're wearing, but... there are candy stores, right? That's right. It's my treat, so you guys can enjoy as much as you like. Yuna's side too. First of all, we should go visit Aurier, who's going to be helping us. Right, the Vanderstyle Training Hall in the Lisha district, right? Chapter 2, Shadows in the Vermilion City. The morning after we were informed about the reoccupation of Crossbell by Major Claire, we exchanged information with all of Class 7 members we could get in touch with and discussed future plans. First issue was Crossbell. The Blackguard had occupied the city led by the self-proclaimed supreme leader Rufus Alborea. To them, the chaos in Crossbell that had swept over the land was immeasurable, and due to a tight network of blockades, there was little information available that could serve as any kind of clue. The other issue was the search for Prince Oliver and his wife as requested by Lord Mateus. The situation had not changed on this front and they remained missing. Additionally, the artifact that was held on the Courageous that allowed for very long distance communication with anyone on their team was no longer functioning due to the loss of the Courageous itself. In any case, there was also the statement that was broadcast by C, the leader of the new Imperial Liberation Front. It was certain that this was some kind of key in the case of the disappearance of the prince and the ship. We also discussed a rough division of labor. Major Claire and Yuna would head east to search for more clues on Crossbell. Lord Mateus and Kurt would head west to work along with the disciples of the Vanderstyle. Musea would return to the branch campus for now, make contact with the principal and the students, and begin gathering support from all sides. Each of our comrades would go down a path that would allow them to be most productive in their roles. As part of that plan, Ash and Altina and I would head to the capital, the proclamation from C as our clue. So, that's all the details of the plan. We also were requested to check in on the Vander Training Hall as he'll be absent for some time. I must offer my thanks for your support of my son and husband as Class 7 begins moving. We are actually greatly in Lord Mateus' debt ourselves. Still can't decide if we're in his debt or if we're just in pain. Well, that was in response to our attacks. Even still, he mercilessly thrust Kurt off a cliff. He's certainly a frightening individual. I am afraid he wanted to instill in you a sense of fear much greater than was necessary. However, he does not wish to waste time on those whom he doesn't have hope for, Kurt included. This trial was entirely intended to force you all to rise up and evaluate your worth. We hope you can accept this. Yes, of course we can. Well, I at least can accept he didn't actually mean any harm. And besides, I am more known for merciless combat training myself. If I had to say, our pupils are likely more afraid of me than him. Thinking back, I think we caught a glimpse of that during our training once. Kurt, that poor bastard. He has some really unbelievable people as parents. In any case, I fully appreciate the fact that there's much more to Lord Mateus than just being a strict man. He gave me some personal advice that I'm really grateful for. Is that so? He's unusually rather stoic, so that's quite something for him. It's still something I can't picture happening. Me neither. You guys are being rude, you know. Please, pay it no mind. It is good to be direct in the words you use. In any case, it does appear that your cohesion as a team has greatly improved from the last time you visited me. Please continue to look after Kurt for me from here on. Yes, of course. You don't even have to ask. Yeah, he's pretty chill to hang out with. So then, let's get to the main topic. Have you come across any concerning information in the capital recently? Well, many disciples of the Vander School are traveling across the Empire assisting in the search of His Majesty the Prince. Accordingly, the information we've been receiving has been limited, but there has been some concerning news as of late. Meaning what exactly? Well, there have not been any big incidents in the capital city as of late, but even still, it does not appear that the movement of people in and out is slightly higher than normal. As such, I can't help but feel that the atmosphere of the city is buzzing, slightly. And it's not like during the Solstice Festival, it's more of a stagnance in the air. Stagnance? Well, during the festival is when those agents from the Republic were active undercover. And besides, it seems like the city just naturally has a sort of dark atmosphere about it. Have you felt anything, Schwarzer? No, I haven't been sensing anything that seems out of the ordinary, but it seems like a pretty subtle observation. Yes, this could absolutely be nothing more than my imagination. I sort of doubt that you're the Stormwatch who has been living in the city for many years. I think we should take this observation to heart. No, I'm actually quite distraught that I'm only able to provide you with this much information. In exchange, well, I suppose I can't say that either, but perhaps I can introduce you to a supporter who can aid you in your investigation. A supporter? Yes. Someone you already know. You especially, Rean. And we are already at that point in time. And speaketh the devil. Is it okay if I enter? That voice. I thought this might be the case. Yes, please come in. Oh man, Elise. Good day, brother, and you as well, Altina and Ash. Long time no see, Elise. Wait, so this is our supporter? Indeed, Rean's younger sister, student council president from Saint Estrella, the royal princess's best friend. This is Elise Schwarzer. I've already heard about the events transpiring from the princess and Muse. So after discussing with Miss Orier, we decided I would come meet you here. I apologize for arriving here suddenly and unannounced. Please, though, allow me to lend you my aid in your investigation of the capital. It is true that you would be one of the most knowledgeable among us on the city. No, I will not allow it. Brother? Here comes Mr. Siskon. There are too many unknowns in this case. The instigator called himself part of the new Imperial Liberation Front. Terrorist maneuvers are very possible. Involving civilians is far too risky. I cannot allow you to accompany us. Civilians? So you are trying to say you see me as nothing more than a weak student? I'm not trying to say that at all, but you are wrong though. I believe you are experiencing a large misunderstanding, brother. What do you mean? There is no way that I am merely civilian as far as this incident is concerned. After all, I, Elise Schwarzer, am the best friend of Princess Elfin. A precious member of her family has gone missing. Even still, she carries on with a smile, not showing her worries to the world. I was unable to go on my own to search to fulfill my duty to the royal family. I've had to merely watch my friend go through this, unable to do anything. If I'm unable to offer my help in her place to search for the prince and his wife, even just a bit, then there's no way I continue to accept her calling me her best friend. I think you lost here, Schwarzer. You're right. Though both of them are Schwarzer, I guess. Rean, I believe you should consider believing in your sister. In fact, her skills with her rapier are not to be underestimated. Even you, Mrs. Aurier. I've been polishing my swordsmanship that was passed down from the Schwarzer family. And recently, Mrs. Aurier has been offering me her guidance as well. And not just martial arts, but as student council president, I have been involved in many important events. I am not someone who you need to protect, brother. Fine. Like Ash said, it's my loss. Then, I'll accept you helping us on our investigation of the city. However, can I at least ask that if things become dangerous, you follow my instructions? Wow. Well then, everyone, please take care. If I do come across any more information, I'll be certain to pass it along. Thank you so much for your help. Well then, let us begin our investigation right away. So, I promise not to be overly rash while we are doing this, but... Brother, if things get rough for you, please do speak up. I believe I might be able to lend you a shoulder. Thank you, that really does mean a lot. No need for thanks. Cool. Whatever the case, please be careful. As for me, I'll look into the rumors floating around. Please make sure you're properly supporting everyone. Yes, ma'am. Best regards. Thanks for all the hard work, everyone. I'm going to support Madame Aurier as the main contact for the other pupils. Ban and Lei Fon are also going around from place to place. Surely they'll find some key information. But not a moment to waste, let's do our best and find out more about the circumstances surrounding the prince. Well then, where to first? We do need to meet up with our allies who are already in the city, but we've got quite a bit of time, so we have some freedom now. And what the hell was the big rush today? Well then, perhaps we could visit all of the districts and gather information? As we do, we might be able to meet up with everyone, one at a time. And given that we have a local resident like you with us, that doesn't seem like that does seem like an efficient plan. Isn't that violin playing guy from Old Class 7 also originally from this town? Yes, and it sounds like Elliot isn't on any tours at the moment, so he's been active in the city for the time being. Speaking of people from the city, you can't forget about Machias, but... I really do hope that they're all safe. We have to trust that they are safe. All we can do now is press onwards. The Imperial Museum's just ahead. Yeah, Dorothy might be there, so why don't we go and take a look? The Imperial Museum. Somehow I feel like there are fewer guests in here than usual. Ah, it's Rean and team. I haven't been able to run into you at work ever since your special training ended. That's true. I'm glad to see you're working hard here as ever, Dorothy. Yes, I'm still here. Although my new phone book has been selling really well, the publisher has been encouraging me to become a full-time author. That said, I'm too attached to my work as a curator to quit right now. Is that right? Well, it does seem like everything is going well for you. And besides, if I just focus on my writing, I end up locked away in my room. Observing and learning from other people is best done in person, not just in interviews. Just the other day, I stopped by a cafe on the way home and came across the most splendid looking specimen. I started dreaming of all sort of drama that he might be part of. Oh, I can't keep doing this. If I get much warmer, I'll start blushing furiously. I've talked with her several times along with the princess. As ever, she has a rather unique personality. Long time no see, Ash. We're actually working on joint publication with the Thor's Literary Club. It's a stuff of dreams. And all that's remaining is a beautiful story about you, Ash. A spinning, dreamy, delicate story. Neither Tatiana nor I have given up yet. I keep telling you, please don't involve me in your weird crap. I think it's only a matter of time before Ash caves in. Yeah, I think so too. So then, what did you need from me today? Based on what's going on now, is this an investigation regarding those black guardsmen who have occupied Crossbell? Seems like she hasn't heard about the prince and his wife yet. Yeah, something like that. Even so, it seems like there aren't many visitors today. That's right, currently the number of visitors is actually limited. Actually, something concerning happened recently. Something concerning? Yes, you remember the catacombs in the basement of the museum that you guys investigated before? A suspicious sound has been coming from there recently. Suspicious sound? Was it the cry of a monster then? Yes, though if I had to say, I would guess it was some kind of a ghost. It was a noise that sounded like it wasn't from this world. I went myself to check on the catacombs, but I wasn't able to see any monsters or anything. Ghost, huh? What kind of bullshit is this now? Well, in the tunnels under the capital, various demons and magic nets have been seen in the past. Not to mention that dark dragon's nest appeared down there before the twilight. I don't think it's really surprising that something abnormal would happen down there. Also, I heard that 2 weeks ago Instructor Sarah went down there? Yes, I heard from the director. Someone broke in, it sounds like, so she went chasing after them. It doesn't seem directly connected to the case at hand, though. It does seem like certain things are becoming clear. In any case, it seems like it would be good to check on the situation for now. It seems that the Bracery Guild has already been sent a request for help with an investigation, though as they are quite busy now, they can't come right away. I see. Yes, I can imagine they're be very busy now too. In any case, we can't just overlook this. Dorothy, please allow us to take on that investigation. Oh, if we could ask you to do that, we'd love to. It's a pain, but yeah, wouldn't it be good to ignore it and then have something happen? Not to mention that there are concerning aspects to it. Yes, and there is a chance that we might find something relevant to our current effort. Thank you so much. Well then, please take this. It's the key to the catacombs. The entrance is located toward... Yeah. Okay. This isn't what she said up there. Didn't she say she didn't see any monsters? Seems like things might have gotten worse since the last time Dorothy checked down here, and they don't seem like everyday monsters. I've come across this type several times in the past. It is some kind of demon, an evil fairy. So exactly like she said. For some reason, maybe the monsters, I feel like my skin is tingling. Yeah, that might be the sign of some strong spiritual presence. I don't think it's just coming from these monsters. Everyone, let's push on without faltering. Well, that's nice. I have no BP. Enemies defeated. There are still plenty of others, somehow they seem to just keep coming. And the spiritual presence is still strong. I guess these small fights are kind of a letdown in terms of a warm-up. But you can actually fight, huh, little sister? Not just with that elegant rapier, but even some strong combat arts. You didn't learn all that at the girls' schools, did you? Right, I'm not currently participating in club activities. In my case, it is due to my time my father put into my fencing training, and when we were little, my brother also taught me a lot. You see, you did say it before in the training hall, but this isn't an environment you're used to an extent. Well, actually, Elise did receive some instruction from Master Yuna at one point too. It also sounds like the Stormwatcher was showing her some things. In that sense, I think she actually has come up with her own unique fighting style. I think you're exaggerating. She's practically not even your sister. That must be the sound Dorothy was describing. It's coming further in. This is different from the others. Is it actually a ghost? I could have sworn for a moment that I saw something that looked like a pleroma grass. Even still, this intimidating aura is somewhat different from the monster before. It has a sort of spiritual hostility to it. It's a new type that I haven't seen before. It's almost like you can feel the anger for the sorcerer from the Dark Ages or something. In any case, it seems certain that this ghost is the cause of the sound they heard. Well then, we should take care of it here. You are all a splendid team as ever. Have to put a lot of effort in to not fall behind. But fighting with 4 people feels like it's the bare minimum, doesn't it? It seems like the enemy doesn't intend to leave. To be on the safe side, it might be good to wait to engage them further until we meet up with more of our allies. Ooh! I almost actually engaged it. Really? I really wonder what level it is then. Damn it! Ooh.
体力低下
There is something up here.
お宝じゃねえか。
私の番です。無流なく起動照射。今です。続きます。
俺さてああまよ。
The thing's probably gonna nightmare me to death. I have a feeling. Hold on a second. If it looks like I'm probably gonna struggle for a while, I could just come back later, I think. I haven't seen too much yet. We'll see in just a I'll see in just a minute.
Easy, さてああまよ。立て直すぞ。まあさてずらかるかああまよ。
Alright then, let's get prepared to take them on. Understood. Oh my god. Am I dead? I think I'm dead already.
私の番です。回復します。
ありがとう。
ヒール。
行くぞ。うなれ。俺の番だな。烈光図ホームだ。いいぜ。チャンスだ。やり。せいぜい楽しむとしようぜ。それだ。ほらよっと。仕込みはバッチリだな。しまいだ。そんじゃま次行くか。よし掴んだ。
各種ステータス。
それにしても俺も少しばかりエリゼの実力を見誤っていたかもな。エリゼは本当に強くなった。兄として心配する気持ち自体は変わらないが、これからはもう少し信頼して背中を任せることにするよ。
兄様。兄様にそう言っていただけると何より嬉しいです。
Okay, I know this is a weird place to cut in, but I've been trying to do that quest monster for hours now, and I kind of just wanted to do a try just for fun before I started streaming today, and it just so happens I was able to get it on the first try. I was able to actually get a good run in, so I started that fight probably halfway. I mean, I feel like it's not really necessary to show the whole thing because I'm just doing the same strat over and over again anyway. But I have to say, it was very RNG dependent. But I'll go ahead and just read out the dialogue for the rest of this quest, and then we can move on. To think that so many monsters would have been prowling around. Rean, I'm really so grateful. Not at all. I'm just happy we were able to be useful. But why did those spiritual beings appear in a place like that? It really is concerning, isn't it? During the Civil War and the Great War, various kinds of demons appeared all over the Empire. And there was also that magic incident outside of Ymir a few days ago. We never did identify the cause for that incident either. It seems certain that something is going on here. You know, somehow I've gotten used to all this occult shit. There were demons that appeared from higher dimensions during the twilight. I believe they would appear to consume large sources of power. Back then, it was likely in response to the divine beast of Earth appearing. Of course, the situation is different this time, though. In any case, we definitely don't have enough information to determine what is actually behind this. Let's just continue focusing on the investigation laid out in front of us. Oh, right. I almost forgot to give you guys your reward today. Thanks to you, we didn't even have to rely on the Bracer Guild at all. I'm hopeful that this will be useful in the continued investigation. Thanks so much, Dorothy. Well, if you remember to, it would be great if you'd buy the new book I published, the one I mentioned. It is the fruit of my blood, and sweat, and other stuff. The long-awaited third entry in the Love Song series, Love Song in the Autumn Rain. What tempest could be awaiting our young men who have overcome so many crises? Well, I can't give any more than this for now. Well, thank you for your consideration. I'll have to buy it next time I stop by a bookstore. Somehow I'm doubtful you actually will. But if you do check it out, I'll be looking forward to your honest opinion. And by the way, your view is a must, Ash. Wait, why me? Ash is definitely interested now. 5 RP. Okay, also, during the time that I was actually trying to actually beat that fight, I went ahead and actually downloaded the rest of the DLC. So I have it now, finally, and I changed Altina into her another costume. So she's out of her school uniform now, and she's going to use this. I'm not going to use the hat, though. And I also went ahead and adjusted everybody's sports. So it's not all just purely like rank 1 stuff now. So everybody's a tiny bit better. Anyways, let's get going. And if I remember right, I have to backtrack real quick. This is probably gonna get edited a little weird because I went ahead and did this, or did the fight after I went to this area. So I'm gonna have to like cut it to be okay, whatever. But I have to like do some weird cutting. Anyways, the place I need to go to is over here next, though. Yeah, I downloaded the rest of the DLC finally, so I have it all now. So next time we get to see everybody else, I'll try out their costumes. Okay, here we go. Oh, this dialogue was what I read over yesterday. The only part I just read was finishing up the quest with the Dorothy's Monster Quest. How she published her new novel, and Ash must read it. Ah, it's class 7. Guys, you came to the capital. Oh hey, Vivi and Lynn too. But it seems extremely busy right now. Are we intruding? Oh, don't worry one bit. We need a break now anyway. Actually, interviewing you guys would be great. Personally, I'd love to interview Elise, the well-known student council president at the girls' school. Please go easy on me. By the way, I'd like to set up a time to interview you too at some point, Ash. I see about that incident. What a pain in the ass. Something to think about anyway. Well, for now, let's exchange info. Let's move to that sitting area in the back, over there. But why do you come back here, Lind? I thought you were in training at Ursula Hospital still. Yes, after all, I did put my work at the branch campus on hold. I was all set to study for a year in Crossbell, but just before the occupation incident, I was traveling here for a workshop. I see. So that's how she showed up at my place. Right now, she's helping out with some office work here as a part-time job. Well, aren't you just super reasonable? I mean, if they said no, she could have just impersonated me and came to work here anyway. I think that would be a problem. But I'm really surprised. The former Governor General Rufus suddenly showed up, declared himself the new Supreme Leader, and decided that he was gonna unify the continent. We've been working around the clock preparing for our special news issue as a result. However, I've been sensing that the public's reaction to all of this isn't very strong. Somehow, everyone just feels too calm. Yes, it certainly does feel that way in the capital. I mean, right now we can't even communicate with anyone in the Crossbelt. Maybe it's hard for people to even accept that this is reality now. Has the Imperial Times posted any kind of public opinion poll? Well, yeah, actually we have. And what struck us most were the answers to the question, how should the Empire react? The most selected answer was, avoid major conflicts for now. That is a bit surprising. I would have thought that there would have been more of an outcry against it. Well, maybe everyone is just tired of all the war. I think that's exactly it. The Jormungand's strategy ended with a ceasefire after just 2 days. And after that, the truth that so many people had been drafted, that so many reparations were to be paid, became clear to people. You can't quantify that kind of exhaustion. Not to mention, we're finally starting all sorts of reconstruction activities. I actually understand better now. Well, that's at least the reaction of the civilians in the city. However, the official position of the government remains unclear and we still don't have any word from His Majesty, the Emperor. I did try to interview some of the military, but they all refused. I think that's sort of understandable as well. But this is quite a helpful discussion. Don't mention it. Now, about that incident you guys are currently pursuing. We are aware of the situation as well. You are? Did they ask for your assistance as well then? Not exactly, but it was actually because of a rumor I heard from a reporter I know. I did dig quite a bit on my own trying to get some more info about it. And I even went to other reporters, and also Adolphi and Monk. I think I reached out to all of the contacts I have, but once Major Claire realized I was poking around, she actually came to me first. I see. That sounds a lot like you, VP. I've also been collaborating with VP to gather more information too. Sadly, we haven't been able to come across any new information as of yet. But we'll definitely let you guys know if we come across anything. And we're counting on you guys to do the same if you find anything too. Got it. It's a matter of circumstance, but I'm relieved that Lynn's by my side. I'm worried about Rex though. He went to the signing ceremony and I haven't been able to contact him since. Well, lucky for you, he's over in Armorica Village. Then again, it is Rex we're talking about. He's probably out there taking photos. At that time, I realized how beneficial it would have been to have Class 7 with us. If we're able to contact people in different areas, it'll be easier to collect info. Gas is even in Nord. I wonder how he's doing. Oh, you worried about him? You like him? You want to get married to him? Look who it is. Alright, Dracula's Plaza conquered. Alright, let's head to the next place, you sis. Stop rushing so much. And wait, are you saying you can't still eat? You can still eat after all this? Of course I am. My number one goal is to conquer all of the gourmets in the capital. But where in the world do you put that much food in that body? Oh, I'm still growing after all. If you really are growing, how about you learn to calm down a bit? What? I can't settle down. Not until you start assertively calling me Big Sis more. When you start doing that, I'll feel more and more adult. That is not the subject right now. Please don't tease me. You're so mean, Ah-chan. You came then. It's still quite early. We've already been carrying out some information gathering on our own. And Elise ended up joining us as support as well. Good to see you both again, Usus and Milliam. And same to you. Well, if you need me, just let me know. I'll do whatever I can. Yes, I'll be counting on your support. You know, somehow, Elise seems to be more dependable. Be the born dependable one here. Stop being a meanie, Usus. Even still, seeing these two standing at the stall reminds me of the Solstice Festival. It was only a few months back, but it feels like ages ago. But it's still hard to believe that Rufus would cause an incident like this. Jesus must be even more troubled about this than I can imagine. But I'm guessing he's a bit distracted from that as well, since Milliam is here. I like Altina's expression. Hey! I feel too warm. Please let me go. This is fine. We haven't seen each other in too long. We saw each other 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks is plenty long. It's something to see the two little rabbits hugging without a care in the world. Well, this has become a common thing nowadays. Oh, that's right. I'll treat. So how about we have some ice cream? The milk they use is rich and really delicious. I'll pass. I don't want to ruin my lunch. You need to eat or you won't grow, Ah-chan. You know, I grew one whole ridge recently. Before long, I'll be towering way over you. But since I'm the big sis, I guess that's a given. Excuse me, I'll take 5 scoops, please. What, you can only give 3? Fine, but please make them big scoops. Now she's serious about this. Well, your little date is cute and all, but I thought we were supposed to be gathering info. It's not a date, and we aren't just fooling around here either. We've been reaching out on our own networks of contacts and searching for any clues based on the distribution of goods in the city. Distribution of goods? So you've been investigating in stores then? Did you manage to find anything? Well, actually, it does seem like recently there's been a huge surge of people buying things in bulk. Mainly groceries, things that can be used as ingredients, but lots of different stuff. It's like people are preparing for something. Buying things in bulk. I mean, if it's based on the situation that's happening in Crossbell, that's one thing. But if it was happening before that, it's certainly suspicious. Yeah, I mean, it's not like winter's coming, and there's no war looming. Sounds like there was a concern about the actual orders as well. When we tried to track down who the orders were coming from, they were all either brand new companies or foreign companies. And all of them seemed like they weren't actually even real companies. Just fronts. What in the world could that mean? Did you finish already eating then? How was it? Yummy, right? Yes, well, the milk was quite rich as you said. Well, that aside, if the orders were placed with companies that didn't exist, does that mean they were all scams? No, it's not that. They did take money and they did deliver the products. But the most puzzling thing is that we don't know the final destination of those goods. Even the intelligence division tried to track down where they were going. But we could never even get started because they were being taken all over the place, and they were mixed in with so many similar orders. I wish we were at least able to get a mark on them from when they're receiving the orders. But by the time you noticed it, the transaction was already over. Based on all of that, it sounds like they were able to successfully get most of the goods they were after. Most likely. A large amount of products from a non-existent organization. Their way of operating is so clever it's scary. Is there a chance this could be preparation for the new Imperial Liberation Front? No, it's just... I was just thinking that there's also the chance this is related to the Blackguard and the new Supreme Leader. Yeah, that's true. Why would my brother embark on such a foolish crusade? I really can't understand what his state of mind is at all. I was also thinking it was pretty surprising. Although we were both Ironblood children, I didn't have many interactions with Rufus. After the rivalries ended, he really felt broken. I think all of us who were there felt that too. In any case, there's no sense discussing the possible motives of my brother now. However, no matter what his motivation may be, the responsibility to clean up his mess rests with me, his brother. Our top priority now is the rescue of the prince, but there is no way we can turn a blind eye to what is happening in Crossbell. I still don't know what is intertwined with what or by how much, but we will absolutely support you in accomplishing what you seek. So if you can, please don't try to go it alone. Yes, of course I know that. There's not much that can be accomplished by myself anyway. Oops. Yes, of course, I know that. Alright, it's decided then. Let's resume our information gathering. That's right, and we should gather materials as well. Alright, let's go. Hold on a second. Oh, a fishing spot.
行くぞ任せろよ
行きます。
陛下や皇妃殿下も
The castle. The emperor and the empress are probably worried sick.
姫様も女学院
The
に
princess seems strong-willed at the academy, but
とっとと王子たちを
all we
探し
gotta
出
do
し
is
ゃいい
find
だ
the
けだろ
prince.
はい。
Yes,
私も力を尽くし
I'll do
ま
my
す。
best as well. Sore!
アタックします。ヒットしました。
ええ
失敗しました。アタックします。ヒットしました。いいテンションです。
There we go.
かなりの大物ですね。
Oh yeah, I did get an accessory too. I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh, that's not bad, I guess. Sure, I can go on you. Head to Metter Park, the last thread. Metter Park, a place where the city folk come to relax.
俺もたまに昼
Come
寝に
here
来た
to
りす
take
るな
naps sometimes.
って、
Wait,
この演奏は
it's performance.
綺麗な音色ですね。
Such a beautiful sound.
どうやら早速
Looks like we found him pretty quickly.
下手でも笑わないでくださいね。
There are quite a few people this tone. Hey, they look pretty good too. It looks pretty fun. We came at a good time then. Oops. But I feel the same way. It's pretty rare for our ensemble to mesh together quite that well. Yeah, that's probably true. It felt really incredible as we were playing. And you two really got into it too, Ron and Morris. It seems like you were concentrating so hard you couldn't even see the audience enjoying it in front of you. As a professional, that's probably not something I should do. But once you enter into the world of music, you really can completely lose track of your surroundings. All this time especially. And it seems the guests were really able to enjoy it as well. Yes, their reactions was quite impressive too. But really, the only reason we were able to pull off a performance like this was thanks to you, Elliot and Kalinka. Yeah, if you hadn't reached out back then. I felt it again. That music has power. I'm certain of it. But because it has power, when used incorrectly, it can also be dangerous. Like that performance we gave back then, using music to fuel a war. Really, what got into us? But we're fine now, right? If we weren't, there's no way we could have pulled off a performance like that. You're right, no more hesitation. Right, all I feel now is the need to concentrate. Got it. I won't lose either. Neither will I. I think I saw Rean and the others came by to watch too. Oh, friends from when you were in the military academy. Well, since we're all here, we can say hi to them as well. Yes, we should. Sorry to make you wait, but I'm so glad you all seem to be doing fine. Did you enjoy the performance? Would really love to hear your honest impressions. It was absolutely splendid. The tone was perfect. And I was very moved, and that isn't flattery at all. Yeah, I kind of wish we heard it from the beginning. I mean, jeez, freaking tired. That's really great to hear. Then what we felt about it wasn't wrong. Glad to see you already met up with Eustace and Milliam. Yeah, just a short while ago. Nishishi, so now we're all together. But it's really amazing. Isn't this the first time you guys have seen each other in a while? Well, no, this is our first session in a while, but we actually had our first reunion a little while ago. Yeah, since everyone is gathered at the capital again, it sounds like as though the Reverie company is set to start a new small orchestra as well. And so it was decided that Ron and Morris would join us and try out for it as well, as we originally worked with them. An orchestra sponsored by the Reverie company, huh? But of course you have to have some serious skill to enter, I'd assume. Yeah, the audition was definitely tough. But after all, we have Elliot here pushing us. I see. Well, I'm just glad that you two are back and you're smiling again. I'm hoping that the four of us can go on a tour together one day, so when we do, I'll be counting on you. On tour? The four of us? That sounds great. I love that idea. Oh, come on, Elliot. Don't be ridiculous. You might be free to do as you wish, but we belong to an orchestra already. I'll definitely help figure something out with that. That aside, even Elisa is with you guys. Elliot, we really appreciate all you did teaching at the girls' school. Well, I've only been able to do it a few times. Wait, you're a teacher now? I forgot about that. Yuna did mention it. Sounds like it's like you've been serving as a temporary music teacher at the girls' school. Yep, that's right. I can't say I'm used to it, but I feel like I'm pulling it off and enjoying doing it. I want to go to one of those classes. So, you're a music teacher now, Elliot. It's a bit unexpected, but it seems you're doing well. Yeah, and not to mention you get to teach some cuties at the same time. Elliot really is a smooth operator. Just once is fine. Can you let me teach for you? If you have to beg like that, I'm barely sure the offer won't come. Oh crap, I totally lost track of time. Yeah, we have to head to the main office for an orchestra meeting. Well then, we'll be taking our leaves here. It sounds like you'll all will be engaging in some extracurricular activities for the military academy then. Best of luck. Yeah, good luck to you guys as well. Thanks for the performance. Alright then, time for me to formally join the team! By the way, I was able to gather some juicy information. That's great news. What were you able to figure out? Well, this is something I heard from the connections and fans I made at the music college. It seems that sightings of the Imperial Army in the capital have been increasing lately. And it seems like they've been seen meeting up and chatting privately. The Imperial Army in the city? I think it was concerning, so I decided to see what my father thought about it. But it seems like information about the prince is top secret, even in the army. He did think something was going on, but he wouldn't tell me anything specific at all. And so, the soldiers talking privately while in uniform is somewhat concerning as well. It does seem possible that spies from other countries could be entering with disguises. But in this case, I can't really think of any merit to them doing that. Well, at least that wouldn't be necessary. At least that wouldn't be necessarily be reading into it that much. It's too much. I'm not reading properly. Yeah, and it doesn't appear that these chats are just in passing because they simply don't have time while they're on duty. Elise, is something bothering you? Yeah, well, it's nothing anyway, but let's go around a bit more before we discuss it. I see. Well, that's fine. In any case, it definitely doesn't feel calm around here. Yep, it's exactly the feeling that Warrior described. It's unclear whether C, the one who we are chasing after, is involved at all. Let's keep all this in mind as we proceed. Yeah, we have no idea how all the countries connect yet. And now we need to keep moving and gathering more information. Right, let's continue the search. Princess Elise and Instructor Elliot. Oh, and your brother and his students are with you as well. Oh, but Unimuse and Cuckoo aren't with you? I mean, Cuckoo. Kurt? I say Cuckoo. Hello, Micah. Yes, we're working in different groups this time. Now that I think about it, Yuno went to the school to fix some of their problems before. I think they asked me as well. I wish I was with them as well, but a lot of stuff happened. Thanks for listening to performance. How was it? It was spectacular. Oops. It was spectacular. It was fun to hear it. The performance made me feel a lot stronger. Instructor Elliot, you are amazing. It makes me want to try harder in music class. Thanks. I think our performance conveyed our feelings then. Yeah, we were lucky to hear it today. Also, I hope we can all hang out next time. Understood. I think this includes me. Well, I'll ask Yuna and the others about the details if that happens. Across the bridge. Grammar police. Such a peaceful place. A bunch of stuff happened here in my school days, though. Yes, the princess and I were kidnapped, but it almost feels a bit nostalgic these days. I've thought this since the beginning, but you're pretty tough, aren't you, Elise? Performance earlier was amazing. I wasn't that interested in music, but I found it to be moving. Even I thought it was fun. It made me feel so alive. In addition to that, the park is so beautiful as well. Thanks for taking us to such a fantastic place, Charlotte. I also need to thank your father, Duke Rangard, for allowing you to attend. No, Grandma, it was because of Mr. Rackham. It was a coincidence that we heard them performing, but it's great that you're happy about it. These people are, if I recall correctly, from Ordis and Raquel. It's Yuta and his noble friends, ain't it? Seeing that he brought his family, guess it ain't a date, right? Oh, it's Ash and friends. Well, it's been a while. We didn't want to interrupt their date, but when I was invited to such a rejuvenating place that I took them up on their offer. Date? It's true that this park is a famous date spot, but you stop saying such strange things. Ash, you too, Grandma. Your face is all red, Yuta and Charlotte. Doing all that floating even though he's a kid. Well, I guess it's better than all those sullen faces during the war. Hang on a second. Get back really fast. I need to re-energize my brain really quick. Okay. Alright. But if we're going on a tour with only 4 people, we gotta get better. In any case, we've already made our debut and Elliot's pretty famous. I'm gonna try not to think of my role as a supporting one and train so we can show you the best performance. I don't think I'd call myself famous, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that Elliot scolded us during the war. It really saved us. If we kept doing what we did back then, I don't think we'd ever have such fun doing these performances. Alright, to make up for my past stuff, I'm gonna give it all I've got. We're planning on going back to the orchestra's practice room. We're full of energy from the performance earlier, so we're going to practice some of our new pieces. That's great, let me listen to it next time. Yeah, definitely. Bring the others with you too. Well then, see you around. Good luck to you guys. Wow, we gathered so many people all of a sudden. You're right. Were you guys able to collect some info as well? Yeah, it might be a good idea to sit down somewhere and sort through it all. In that case, I bet we get a table at the cafe near the department store. Alright, let's head that way then. Was that just my imagination? Brother, did something happen? No, it's nothing. Well, it's a bit early, but lunchtime. I don't just want a cup of coffee. I'm hungry. I think you've had plenty to eat already, Milliam. I think so too. Oh, a call. Your Excellency. Hello, Rean. Sorry to contact you out of the blue like this. It seems Class 7 is in the middle of joining together then. Right. We've gathered all of the members who were already in the capital anyway. So you already knew about our activities then? Well, the intelligence division has been under the control of the government for a while. And as of the head of the government, you're able to just ask them stuff. That's right, but actually there's something I'd really like for you all to hear. If you haven't had lunch yet, would you mind discussing it with me over a meal? We were actually just discussing getting lunch, so that would be perfect. Would really love to meet with you. I'm happy to hear that. In that case, I'll start heading for Hotel Der Himmel in the Garnier district. I have some free time now, so there's no need to rush. Got it. Thank you. It sounds like Minister Regnitz has something to say to us directly then. He might be able to provide some new information regarding the case we're investigating. Well, it sounds like we can expect something juicy out of it at least. So, we're meeting him at Der Himmel, that fancy hotel in the Garnier district. Lunch at the hotel, I'm excited, you says? I'm begging you, please try to have semblance of table manners. Even still, it sounds like we have a bit of time before we have to meet him. If there's anything else we have to do, it would be good to take care of it now. Right, it would be good to check for any clues in the Garnier district at the very least. Let's check around the area and head towards the hotel then. I've did everything, I think. Alan and Bridget! How's life? Oh, it's Alan and Bridget. Hi, Rean. Didn't think I'd bump into you in a place like this. We haven't seen each other in some time, so we're about to have some tea here while Alphen is... Wait. While Alan... I called Alan Alphen. While Alan is off duty. I see. Have you been busy since we last saw each other, Alan? Yes, due to the influence of the disarmament effort, the workload on the armored division is quite. So that's why I need to work as hard as I can to give back to General Craig and the Colonel Neidhart. I've been traveling across the Empire as an armored soldier in training, taking on various communication-related missions. Actually, today I'm here in the capital reporting in on one of those missions. But because the report I have is related to something fishy going on in the Panzer Division, I have to be careful with how I word it. Something fishy? I don't know if I should even ask you about it. Well, I think eventually I should discuss it with you, Rean. I'll probably reach out to you to get some help in a more suitable way. Suitable way. I'm also quite concerned about the information you've gathered, Alan. After the war, some of the houses are trying to use this time as an opportunity to recharge their lands or change the ruling system. It seems their own house has been appointed as coordinator. Things are rough for my father now, so I'm helping, but because of that, it's been very difficult to have time to see each other. But once things finally settle down, I'm going to enter his family, so I'll be using that as my motivation. Ever since back then, since that one incident, I've really come to realize we're meant to be with each other. So let's keep doing our best until that day finally arrives. Yes, of course. Ganya. What information do you have, Governor? Oops. I don't think anything is following us, but what was that presence from earlier? Something happened, brother? It's not here yet, not here. The jewelry showcase is so beautiful. Eustace, give me that as a present sometime.
お前には10年早いだろう。
オッケー、10年後ね、約束だよ。
まったく。
Yada yada だぜ。
本当に微笑ましい限りですね。
Save. Oh man. I don't know if I'll be able to go a full 5 hours. We'll see how I feel in like 2 or 3 even. I actually at least want to make some considerable progress. Nope, not here. This place. The Capitol Opera House. Miss Clotilde worked here as a singer. I actually got a request from there. Once everything settles down, I'll invite everyone. Looking forward to it. Okay, now we can go in the hotel. Go. We still have some more time to spare. Should we head in the hotel? Once you enter the hotel, the main story will advance. You won't be able to head around the city anymore, and sub-events will expire. Yes. Thank you all so much for coming. No, sorry to make you come all the way here to wait for us. Oh, Alphen. Everyone, we were waiting. Princess Alphen. Why in the world are you here? That is really my line, I think. To think that you would put yourself in harm's way in the search of for my brother. I apologize for taking action without first asking you for your thoughts, Princess. Yes, you really are too reserved for your own good. But thank you, Elise. I'm so happy you're lending us your strength. That aside, after discussing the situation with Representative Regnitz, we decided that I would join. After all, this is a case that has involved my brother. So please allow me to exchange information with all of you. We'll be counting on you. But you all must be hungry, right? Let's have some lunch first. Yeah, everything starts with a good meal. Thank you for your invitation. That was so yummy. You really do have a bottomless stomach. I think you'd be able to put up a good fight against Maya from the branch campus. Even still, the lunch at a fancy hotel like this is really delicious. I've never actually been to a place like this. Glad I got a chance to try it out. You really ate a ton too, Achan. Well, I'm in a growth period too, you know. I'm so glad you're all able to enjoy yourselves. Alright then, how about we get down to business? This discussion is regarding the very person you are already investigating. C. Masked Man, the one who likely holds the key to the whereabouts of my brother and his wife, and the leader of the new Imperial Liberation Front. It does seem like his appearance differs from the last C that appeared. So allow me to start with this question. Do you think that the current C is the same person as the previous C? Well, we aren't able to get in touch with Crow, who was C last time, but we believe this is a different person. I see. I believe so as well. While the things he is proclaiming do seem similar in a sense that there does not seem to be any overlap between his and Crow's. Yeah, I think that's a major thing to include. In any case, he did speak out directly about the prince. His wings are already tied with chains, he said. I should confirm that they have been kidnapping him. And the wings must be referring to the courageous. But while the Empire may be at large, it seems unlikely one could hide a ship of that size somewhere. Yes, and there's a limit to how long stealth mode can be used for. Not to mention that even though their scale is reduced, the intelligence division is still active. Yeah, well, me and Achan are here after all. Did you manage to get any more info about that particular aspect? Sadly, no, we don't have any more leads other than what he said in the message. We're investigating all of the possible suspects we could think of who could have been responsible. But of course, it was not that easy to catch the trail. Right. And due to the nature of the situation we are in, an overt investigation isn't really possible. But of course, the government does not intend to merely leave things the way they are. We intend to fully support your investigation. And depending on how things go, we are able to mobilize the military police. We appreciate it. That helps a lot. Now, this is where we get into the main topic. Is this what you said you wanted us to hear when you called before? It is. This is new information that was provided by Colonel Van Dyke, and it also includes information gathered from Elise and Princess Alphen. Well, that's right, you did seem to be thinking of something back when we met up with Elliot. Yes, it was about precisely this. As you know, at St. Estrella School, which we attend, there are girls from various social backgrounds in attendance. Many of the students' fathers or relatives are related to the military somehow, and some of them are generals or officials. And so the topic is related to those connected to the military. We have been hearing that recently a certain number of them have been acting rather strange. People related to the military have been acting strangely? Come to think of it, I heard the same rumor from someone at the girls' school. The thing is, most of them are young people who were in the reformist group that was devoted to the former Chancellor Osborne. They are still acting quite aggressive, perhaps their excitement from the Great War is still lingering. And they often can be heard complaining about the current state of the Empire. The most concerning of these statements started right after the reoccupation of Crossbell. It appears that many of them do not denounce Supreme Leader Rufus's plan for a unified nation. On the contrary, it seems they see it in a positive light. How could... You kidding me? That would in effect lead to the erasure of the Empire. It seems unbelievable. Precisely. I myself am a member of the Reformist faction, but I would never fathom thinking something like that. Furthermore, according to Van Dyke, it sounds like suspicious movements have been observed among them. We have not yet grasped what exactly it is they're planning, however. I see. It seems like the result Elliot got and also the ones we got are related. If you don't mind, can you share what you learned? I see. Clandestine meetings of soldiers in the city, as well as the exchange of suspicious goods. It does seem possible that someone from the army might have joined the Black Guard. Indeed, it seems we need to investigate for points of contact between them. Alright, in any case, it does seem like we've made some progress sorting out the details. So then, the sludge in the Vermilion City that he mentioned, he may have been referring to the members of the military, in part. Indeed, there are certainly consistencies between the two. He also said that the people who support a unified nation will be punished. It seems like we're starting to figure out what this sea guy is really after. Yeah, assuming that the one C is referring to are the soldiers who are rebelling. Then no matter which of the two we pursue, we're likely to come across both of them eventually. That's quite convenient then. Nishishi, it is. It seems like the dots have been connected to an extent. Right, it's always nice to see Class 7 in action. There's no need to worry about me. After all, we are all sharing in this hardship together. I won't tell you not to push yourself given the circumstances. I just want to ask you to care for yourself a bit more. You must be anxious about not knowing the whereabouts of precious members of your family. Not to mention, due to the absence of His Highness the Prince, you've taken on so many of his official duties related to the royal family. You must be overwhelmed by the amount of work. If you ever find yourself feeling exhausted, please give yourself time to rest. Well, it's exactly as he says. You should think of getting good rest, both physical and mental, as part of your duties. In exchange, we promise we will solve this case. Now, I'll be sure to put everything I can to investigate in your place as well. After all of that, I am certain that we will bring Prince Oliver and his wife home to you soon. I agree. Please leave this to us. Understood. You may be right that resting is part of my duty. Just how much weight has been loaded onto this small girl's shoulders?
Rean-san?
No, I apologize for staring. Please do not worry about it. I really must thank you for always worrying about me. Pay no mind. And Your Excellency, please do not worry. We do not know what the situation in Crossbell is like, but I am certain that Machias is safe. I think so too. He is absolutely not one to lose heart, not easily. Thank you, you two. I agree. I have complete trust in my son. I am certain that he is working hard doing the things he can. And that I know that it is the same for Lisa and Toa as well. Yes, we have faith in them all. I mean, they have that super maid with them after all. We just have to keep doing our best over here. Yes, that's exactly right. Thank you. Thank you. That was a very valuable exchange of information. No, we have to thank you. We're heading back to Valflame Palace. Please take care, all of you. And Elise, I'm counting on you. Yep, please leave it to me, Princess. Well then, please reach out anytime. Okay, we should get going too then. Yes, let's resume our investigation. Woo. Save. What? What in the world was that sensation? Proceeding beyond this point will cause the main story to proceed and Rean's will be locked! Locked! Oh, are you telling me Rean's gonna have the mirror too? You won't be able to return to Rean's for a while, so be careful. Brother, is something the matter? No, I just had a strange feeling for a moment. Wait, I feel something in my pocket. Oh, here we go. A mirror? What the hell is that weird mirror? It's a very strange pocket mirror, Rean. You collect some weird stuff. No, I mean, how can I say this? I think someone put this in my pocket when I wasn't looking. Rean, are you sure? I don't think someone could get that close to you without us noticing. Yeah, it's definitely hard to imagine they could. I have no idea how I came to possess this, but there must be some meaning to something like disappearing at a time like this. I wondered if it has to do with Crossbell or the prince. What is this? What's going on here?
条件は整った。
The conditions have been met.
楚は現世を映す玄武なれど。
That object reflects visions of the real world but hides much potential.
因果の地平。
I invite you to the horizon of causality, the land of coincidence. Wait, what were we... I feel like something just happened, but... so we were just investigating after meeting with the princess, right? Huh? I thought we were just leaving from the hotel. Yeah. I don't think we're wrong. We seem to be caught in something. And I have this strange feeling like I have some kind of power. This mirror, could it be a key to something? Instructor, is something the matter? No. Let's get going and carry out our afternoon investigation. For Princess Elfin, for Minister Regnitz, and for Prince Olivert and his wife. Yes, we need to find some clue no matter how small. And so Rean and his team restarted their investigation. The Rean route has been suspended. In order to proceed from this point, please select another route. Ah! Gonna stop me there?